If dinner time feels chaotic, expensive, or last minute, it's probably not because you're not a good cook or you don't enjoy cooking. It's because you don't have a plan or a simple system. Organized meal planning isn't about gourmet recipes or spending hours on a Sunday putting everything together. It's about reducing decision fatigue. It's about saving money and making healthier choices. And in this video today, I am going to show you how to create a meal planning system that actually works in real life. Hello, welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Belinda Ellsworth, and today is our Healthy Fitness Fit Fridays, and we're going to be talking about meal planning today. Now, we have been talking about organization and decluttering all week, and so we're going to stick with that theme today, and we are going to talk about how to do effective meal planning. I think when people hear the words meal planning, they immediately go to, I need to take my whole Sunday, cook a whole bunch of meals for the whole week. And in truth, I have done that. And that is a really great way to be able to eat healthier, especially if you are working around the clock, if you work from home, if you're working in your office and you need to grab something really quickly. That really helps. It has helped me tremendously, even just with having a really good, healthy lunch. So I will spend Sunday, make a bunch of single meals that I can put into Rubbermaid containers, and then literally all I have to do is throw those in the microwave and for 45 seconds, and I can leave my desk, go do that, eat, and be back up here in a very quick amount of time. And that's always not the best case scenario, but it saves me from running down the stairs, eating unhealthy snacks, quick foods that are not going to be, when you do quick grabs, you eat things that are unhealthy, like potato chips. I'm just using myself for an example. And so if you want to eat healthier, it's having real food that is going to be quick and easy to grab. Now, do I enjoy that type of meal planning? I do. Do I do that? I don't as much anymore. I'm going to share with you a couple of other ideas that I do for meal planning. The real big thing we want to talk about today is just everyday life meal planning. What is one of the most difficult things about making dinner? And I have interviewed literally thousands of people, especially women, and even men, because men are being more of the cooks in the house. But what is the hardest thing about meal planning? It is about deciding what you're going to have. My husband and I eat much healthier, and it's much easier, and it's not as taxing when we just take the time, and that can be on a Saturday or Sunday, if that's when it works for you, to decide what meals we want to have. So taking the decision fatigue out of it, that's when you go, oh, what should we have? I don't know. Let's just go out to eat. Well, let's face it. Right now, going out to eat is a lot more expensive, and you never really know what you're getting. I think sometimes they put the calories on menus now because in a lot of places they're required to do that. But I know the other day I was looking at what one meal said it was and what another meal said it was. And I don't know that it was including the extras or the sides, because if you're to choose your sides, then how are they knowing that on a menu selection? So really, when you go out to eat, you never really fully have an idea of how many calories are in that meal, period. So if you're trying to eat healthy and you're trying to eat wise and trying to lose some weight, it's going to be very difficult if you don't actually know how much calories are in something. When you are eating at home, you know how things are cooked, you know the ingredients, you know exactly what is going into that meal, and you can save a tremendous amount of money. And let's face it, right now, all of us are trying to be a little bit wiser and make not only healthier choices, but more affordable choices. With everything being on the rise, food is certainly on the rise. It is very difficult for families. And the more that you can eat healthier at home, it's going to be better for you, affordability-wise and health-wise. So that is one thing that meal planning is really good for. Now, one of the best things that you can do is in two ways to save some money and some time, is to sit down and decide what you're going to have for your meals. So decide what dinner looks like. And if you want to take some decision fatigue out of it, just like I've talked about scheduling when you're doing your business, knowing what you make on Mondays, knowing what you have on Tuesdays, knowing what you have on Wednesdays. Now, I grew up in a household, and I think that it was just easier for my mom. And you know what? It wasn't, nobody really complained about it, but we always had the same thing on Mondays. Wednesday was fried chicken day. Not necessarily saying that's the healthiest thing, but that's what it was. Tuesday was variety day. So on Tuesday, we might get a steak, we might get meatloaf, we might get something else. So but we knew every single day of the week, and my mom knew every single day of the week exactly what she was making, except for Tuesday. And then she would try something new or different. We might have spaghetti. We might have, like I said, it was just, that was the shake-up day, was Tuesday. This is much easier if you can decide, like, we usually make this on this day or this on this day, Taco Tuesdays or Taco Thursday. Like, if your family really enjoys tacos, then just say, it's going to be Taco Tuesday night. Then that makes it super easy. They start to know what is going to be for dinner. You know what ingredients you have to buy, and you don't have to even wake up, or as dinner time arrives, even thinking about what to do. You can a lot of times prep things ahead of time, which makes it easier. Get your family in on everybody getting a job to do Taco Tuesday. So you can make this also a fun family kind of looking forward to if everybody has a job and one person's taking care of cheese, one person's taking care of, setting out the extra condiments, another person is cutting up tomatoes. You can figure this out and make this a fun event and make it go pretty quickly, and everybody knows what Tuesday looks like. So having a routine of food, you don't have to do it every day, but knowing that you're going to make certain things on certain days certainly can take the guesswork out of it and can help everybody to look forward to it. Now, the next thing is to sit down with actually a meal planner. So you sit down and you go, okay, what are we having on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, and so forth and so on. So you sit down as either a couple, if you're the person that does that, talking it over with the family, what do you guys want to have? You write it out. Then on the right-hand side of it, this is the meal planner that I have designed for our planner, and I'm going to actually give you free. So you can actually go into the description. There's a link there, and you can download that. It is just a free gift for you today, and I'm happy for you to have it because it actually works out quite well, because there's space on the right-hand side that you can literally go down and follow what's on the left with what you're having and actually put the groceries that you're going to need for that meal, so that when you go to the grocery store, you save time because you're not rambling through the grocery store, just pulling things into a cart and spending more money than you really need to. When you go to the grocery store without a plan, without a meal plan of what you want to buy, you will buy a lot of unnecessary things. And then you will come home and think that you don't even have anything. Like, I just spent $300 at the grocery store and I came home and I feel like I really don't even have things for meals. That can happen because you bought a lot of different snacks, or you bought things that you saw on sale, or whatever the case may be. So it's good to go in with a plan that is going to help you save time in the grocery store, and it's going to help you save money at the grocery store. And you are going to come home with the actual items to make the 7 meals that you want to have for this next week. Now, the other way that you can save some time and money, and it depends on how big your family is. So if it's only 2 of you, or if it's only 3 of you, you can make more and then have that as the next day as leftovers, so that you're going to have that meal for 2 days in a row. That is another way that you can actually save some time, because you're making the whole meal at one time, and you can save some money because typically when you buy sometimes things in a larger grouping, you've got some leftovers. Now, the other thing that that you can certainly do. We'll get into some other ways that you can actually save a little bit of money by buying a little bit of more at one time and then cutting those up and actually either freezing your meat or actually making like 6 chicken breasts at one time or 12 chicken breasts at one time. So that is another thing. That's what we do at our house quite often. So making sure that you have an idea of what you're going to have. And then the second thing is, what is my grocery list for those things? Now, when there are sales like chicken breasts or there is sales, it's always good to get those, and then you can either freeze that or you can actually make them up. So one of the things that we like to do, it's just the two of us, if we get a big grouping of chicken breast, we'll make those. We put those in a container, and my husband and I will have meals together, but oftentimes he has rehearsal. I have another meeting to get to. Sometimes I'm just by myself or he's by himself. It's really nice to be able to go into the fridge to heat up a chicken breast, make some vegetables with it, and you've got a quick meal. Or we have salad already made up, and then we can have a salad and a chicken breast, and it's just a really nice, easy, quick, and healthy meal. So that is the other thing that we like to do at the beginning of the week, is make up a really big salad. And so if we do that, then we've got salad that we can go to and have for the next 3 to 4 days, let's say. And it's just nice to have it. I can eat it for lunch. Sometimes I will throw some chicken on top of it, or I'll throw tuna on top of it. I've got a salad for dinner with whatever other type of meat that we're having. That big salad is just there for both of us to be able to utilize. And if we just sit and make it all up together, like we sit on a Sunday and we sit and chop up all the vegetables and we put those in that salad. Another thing that you can do to make making a salad really easy, if you don't want to put it all into a big bowl and already have it made up, you can cut up all of your ingredients and put in the fridge. Like cut up your tomatoes, cut up your celery, cut up cucumbers, cut up some carrots. You can have all of those in little containers, and then you might have your salad like in a airtight container that keeps it more fresh. And then you can just take that salad out and take all your little containers out and throw in a few veggies, and you've got a quick salad. That's another way to do easy meal planning, and that makes your ingredients last a little bit longer. So if you don't think you're going to get through a big salad, which we can easily do because I'll eat it for lunch and dinner, if you don't think you're going to get through that in 3 or 4 days, that's when your lettuce becomes like wilty and the other stuff becomes yucky. So if you don't think you're going to get through that, a better way to do that is to cut up all the ingredients and put those in little containers in your fridge and be able to make yourself a fresh salad pretty easily and pretty quickly. One of the reasons that we reach for things that aren't healthy is simply time. It isn't usually because you'd rather eat unhealthily. It's just like, oh, that's there, and I'm just going to eat it really, really quick because I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to do X. So if things are already done for you, you're going to have a tendency to eat healthier. So those are a couple of ways that are going to be super helpful for you in being able to save time and some money. The other thing that you can do, so if you are trying to eat a healthy, like let's say lunch, and you want to save money. So for a long time, I was going to Costco and I was buying these little pre-sealed chicken packs that I could heat up in the microwave for 45 seconds, and that could be my lunch. And I could throw that on top of a salad. I could throw it on top of really anything, eat it by itself. It was a good source of protein. It was already packaged out at 3.5 ounces. So I knew exactly how much I was getting. I knew exactly how much calories, but and they've gone up. Like since food has gone up like crazy, they've like gone up, not doubled, but at least by 50%. So my husband said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy some chicken breasts. I'm going to make them. We're going to cut them up, and I'm going to measure out 4 ounces. And I'm going to put them in our own little Rubbermaid containers. And that is like half the cost of getting the ones that are already prepackaged. So again, it depends on if you're trying to save money. Both of those will save you time because they're already done. So I still have those, and we can freeze them, and I have those. I have them in my fridge right now because it's super easy, and then we don't have to make them. But when we have a lot of chicken breasts, we'll make those, cut those up, and I'll put those into little 4-ounce containers. Then I know how much protein that I'm getting every day, because that's been important for me in my workouts and in staying healthy, is eating the right amount of protein. So you can measure those out. All right. So another thing that you can do is have yourself healthy snacks. And one of the reasons that you don't typically eat healthy snacks is you're not just going to go down when you're in a hurry, right? And you're not going to cut up a cucumber. So we'll buy 3 or 4 cucumbers at a time, and I will cut them up into slices, put a little bit of water in the container so they kind of stay nice and fresh and crisp. And I will put those in small containers that I can just bring up to my desk, that I can be munching on in the house. So I like cucumbers. They're pretty healthy for you. There's not a lot of calories, and they are crunchy. So they kind of take sometimes that crunch urge that you have in getting a chip. Carrots are too. So I like to get carrots, cut them up. Now you can buy the baby carrots, but again, those aren't as healthy for you, and they're a little bit more costly. But you can buy regular carrots and peel those and cut them up yourself and make bite-sized snacks for that. So celery is another easy one. And if you want to just make celery strips, cut those up, take a big long piece of celery, cut it into thirds, put them into the little containers, and you've got a nice healthy snack. So try to make it easy for yourself by getting nice healthy snacks. Another thing is I like to have nuts, pistachios, almonds, some walnuts. I like having those on hand because they're a great source of protein. They're a great snack that doesn't have sugar in it. It's not processed, and it is a lot healthier for you. So that's one of the other things that I like to have on hand. So a lot of people like to do freezer meals. I'm not great about that, and neither is my husband isn't great about that. But I have several friends that will sit together, and they even will have a group of friends get together, and they make several freezer meals at one time. They bring them home, they put them in the freezer, they label them, and they have it. Now, if there's only 2 of you and you want to make something like a lasagna, for example, you can make those into freezer sections. So what a lot of people do is just cut something in half and freeze it. Really think and freeze these into things that you can pull out of the freezer. You can heat up pretty quickly, and you've got a meal. So these are just some ways that you can be a little bit more organized. The goal always with eating, so there's 2 things, is to take away decision fatigue, because then that's going to cause you to not be eating as healthy. So we want to eat healthy, and we want to save time, and we want to save money. In fact, I have literally, if you even talk to any kind of consumers, or when people are thinking about skincare, or when people are thinking about any products, it doesn't matter who I've ever spoken for. If you interview that group of people, what are the 2 things that people want more than anything else? They want to save time, and they want to save money. So I'm guessing that's you too, right? Because that's pretty much everybody. So that's what today's video is going to do, is going to help you to save some time and to save money. The more processed foods we have, the less healthy it is for us. The more things that you buy are prepackaged, most of those are processed. The more that you can eat healthy and fresh, and the more that you can do some kind of chopping things up, planning ahead, making meals, putting them into containers. But the biggest way that you can save time and money is just to sit down and plan your meals out for the week. Start learning to batch those, or be consistent in what you have. Create some fun experiences with your family around meal planning so that they learn how to make things too. I've never really been a very good cook. Kind of stresses me out. And my husband has always done the cooking. Actually, my first marriage, my husband always did the cooking. I'm a great sous chef. I like to cut things up and help and chop, and I'm the cleaner. I do not mind cleaning up. It's the deal that we have. But I can tell you that the main reason that I don't cook is because I was never really taught how to cook. I was never shown how to cook. My mom never took the time and included us in that process. I would say that my brother isn't really a cook in his household either. And so it's really what you're taught in the experiences that you have. And so my children actually did learn how to cook, and they're actually very good cooks. And now they will come over, like my son will come over, and he and my husband will, you know, have a whole production, and they're cooking and cutting and having, like, he makes a whole fun day out of it. And he's the one that used to come over on Sundays and help me do weekly making meals so that I would have them in containers all week long to be able to eat. And that's what he would do to make life easier for himself. So when you share experiences with your family, you actually are teaching them how to care for themselves later, but you're also creating wonderful memories that your family will have to share. So think about implementing what can you do on Mondays that could be fun? What could you do on Tuesdays? You could have a pizza day. Learn how to make homemade pizzas is a lot of fun. You could do that on maybe Fridays or even do that on a Saturday, and you've got a little bit more time. But then you get to be creative, and it teaches people being a little bit more experimental and what are some fun, crazy things that you can do with that. So I hope you enjoyed this today. Don't forget, if you want just a simple, easy sheet to go grocery shopping with to plan out your weekly meals, go into the description, click on the link, and grab yours. And thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and feel free to share with anybody that you think might benefit from this. Thank you so much, everyone.